Your next contest is a super middleweight contest of 6 3-minute rounds. Introducing to you firstly in the red corner, wearing the white trunks with black trim. He comes from Sofia in Bulgaria and weighs in at 12 stone, 7 pounds and 8 ounces. He enters the ring with a 4-fight record, 2 wins against 2 defeats. Please welcome Grigor Sarohanian. And his opponents across the ring in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with white trim. He fights out of Hammersmith and weighs in at 12 stone, 3 pounds. Tonight he enters the ring with an unbeaten 7-fight record, 7 wins. 5 of those wins coming by way of knockout. As an amateur, he was a 2-time middleweight ABA champion. Please welcome George the Saint Groves. Your timekeeper is Michael McCann. Your referee at the bell is Jeffrey Hines. This is 6 3-minute rounds.
Gentlemen, 6 rounds or less. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. Touch gloves. Good luck.
Second attempt, first round.
The extremely talented and some say really special British youngster George Groves, continuing the early education. The West Londoner hasn't put a foot wrong really in 7 straight wins. In tonight with Grigor Sarohanian from Bulgaria. And I know, Jim, you rate Groves very highly.
Yep, I do. I reckon he's an excellent prospect. Like pretty much everything about him. Just has to develop, you know, and just natural improvement in every department. But he has all the tools, all the moves. He thinks what he's doing. The last time I saw him, he was involved in a match that could have been a tough one if he'd allowed it to be. But he stamped his authority pretty early. But again, tonight, it looks as though he faces quite a tough nut, and maybe a little bit danger added to that. That was a dangerous looking left hook. Sarohanian's come. Yep. This could be another match that could be tough for Groves if he doesn't go about it properly.
23-year-old from Sofia has won 2 of 4. Novice, but he looks eager. Groves will have to have a look at him, get him under control with that nice jab that he honed in the amateurs. Took him to 2 ABA titles, one of our standouts.
Groves is carrying his left hand a little bit low, considering he hasn't had a good look at Sarohanian yet, so he likes to throw the jab from there. He's very good in his feet, so he gets away with it. But it's not a habit you want ingrained.
Right hand over the top, that's it, says Adam Booth. Over in the Groves corner. Groves, a stablemate, of course, of David Hay, and his last appearance was on that Hay-Valoev big bill in Germany, getting the experience around the globe.
I think it's a strength of Sarohanian that could pose the problems. You know, he's pretty basic, you know, tight defence, just marches forward, he's very tough, good body shot, good stuff there from Groves. He's having to look for the target, but he's finding it.
Yeah, quick shots to the body from Groves, but those left hooks, crude, but coming back from Sarohanian. Certainly not come here to lie down, not fearful of the Groves' reputation, not one little bit. He's also a lot heavier at 12.78. Groves 12.3. So it's called a light heavyweight match, although Groves naturally a super middleweight.
Well, I like to see fighters in matches where they have to win hard, you know, to fight hard and perform well to win. And if the first round is anything to go by, this looks like one of those kind of matches. Good opening round from both. Groves probably nicked it.
And there is Adam Booth with Dave Colwell alongside.
You don't have to catch him inside his shot, especially in the first round, first 2 rounds. When he wants to make that move, that's why I'm begging you for that defence. Just make him miss, mug him off, so he has no success. Every time he gets a bit of success, it's going to charge him up. You've got to break him down with the defence and with the punching.
Okay.
Do you understand? No trading with him.
Yeah.
And when he's standing up or edging back,
Yeah, pick some nice punches, Groves. Maybe his left hand a little bit higher, especially until you get a good look at the other fella to see what he's capable of, what kind of punches he throws. It's not going to be easy to find the target. You can see how tight Sarohanian's defences are.
Seconds out, round 2.
Blue trunks with the tassels of George Groves, calls himself Saint, the 21-year-old from Hammersmith in West London. In with Bulgaria's Grigor Sarohanian, who's in fight number 5 in a right hand. Looks powerful and solid, doesn't he, Sarohanian?
Yep, and he throws them fairly quickly as well.
Two defeats already for Sarohanian, though, as he eats up that Groves jab. One was to Paddy McDonough in Belfast. So on paper, Groves should deal with him comfortably.
There's a clumping right hand from Sarohanian there. See, Groves does back away and drop his hands. He likes to have a good look at his opponent when he's moving away. And he drops his hands so he can do that, but it's not always a good idea. He's walked onto that right hand again. The better punches in the last minute or so coming from the foreigner.
Yeah, really up for this. Sarohanian, right hand, Groves there showing the class. Precise, gum shield out and wobbled badly.
Yeah, I think Groves is just showing that little bit of edge you have to see in a fighter.
Looks at his corner, Sarohanian.
I think it's because the gum shield's out. You know, I think he's quite keen to continue, but he knows the gum shield is gone. That was a tremendous response from young Groves. Sometimes you remember he's only 21. And that, you know, he really dealt with that situation with real maturity, turned the whole fight around. Lovely.
Yeah, under fire, under pressure. Signs of a good fighter who can turn it around. Solid jabs. And then a cheeky shot and another one from Groves. Here's the confidence and the swagger of the amiable West Londoner.
Now that really was impressive. I mean, some 21-year-olds were going on the defensive for a couple of seconds here to rethink, but he came straight back. You know, but he did it in a sharp and controlled manner. Excellent response from him.
Lovely right hand, and there's a spring in the step now of George Groves, and less from Sarohanian, who was hurt. That certainly seems to have taken something out of him, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's still trying to pot shot the way he was doing earlier, but it's dented his confidence a little bit. I think he was just finding his confidence, which is another good reason the way Groves come back at him.
5 knockout wins in his 7 victories to date, George Groves. Oh, and a lovely right hand on the counter, and down he goes again. Sarohanian, clever stuff from Groves. Bell comes in, count continues, and he'll head back to the corner after a torrid second.
was you threw, came out and came back. The same way you did with Paul Samuels.
Yeah.
When you throw and come out, don't leave your chin there.
Down,
You've got to
yeah,
get back and come.
Nah, well, that was an excellent response. You know, he'd found himself in a little bit of trouble, shipped a solid looking right hand, but straight back to action, got his chin down and produced a lovely shot. Landed a little bit high on Sarohanian, but had him in all sorts of trouble. Here he comes back again, the right hand again, another punch high, but it shows you that the power is in the punches when the punches are landing so high and still scoring knockdowns. Excellent work.
Seconds out, round 3.
George Groves in fight number 8 with Grigor Sarohanian learning every step of the way. He's been sparring with, amongst others, Carl Froch. They really rate George Groves. I think he's going places and want him in title action before the end of the year. Got to deal with business here against this Sarohanian. He's been down twice, the Bulgarian, but occasionally dangerous with the left hook.
Yeah, well, I wonder if he's landed his best shot.
Oh, body shot! That was sweet. And the gum shield's out. He's in desperate pain. I'm not sure he's going to recover from that. Fight's over. The towel's in. And George Groves makes it 8 out of 8. 2 knockdowns with the right hand and a body shot to finish it off, and Sarohanian is stopped for the first time. George Groves, Jim, is going places.
He certainly is, yeah, and it's another situation where he faced an opponent who looked as though he was capable of giving him all sorts of problems, but Groves didn't allow it. At any time Sarohanian looked like gaining a little bit of confidence, he took it straight out of him again, whether it be head shots or body shots, but the body punch that finished the job was a peach. Beautiful punch, and you knew the fight was over as soon as that landed.
Well, he came to win, Sarohanian. He was brave, but outclassed.
I mean, the finishing shot was a beauty. Look at the way he just leaned to the side, got full leverage on the punch, bang onto the rib cage, the part that you just can't toughen up. And in order to breathe properly, he's spitting out the gum shield, so no intentions of carrying on. The corner threw the towel in, but I don't think he was getting up anyway. Beautiful punch, look at that. Perfectly placed.
A shot with all the precision and a performance of maturity, guts and class from George Groves.
Yep, and against this type of opponent with a tight defence, that is the perfect punch, and they got the job done.
Watch out for George Groves in 2010.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have the time, 45 seconds of the 3rd round. Sarohanian's having suffered a count-out. Your winner, and still undefeated from Hammersmith, George the Saint Groves. And as he leaves the ring, please give a round of applause for Grigor Sarohanian.